Welcome to The American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's The American Dream. Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in. High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion. Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints. Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
Here's the American Dream.
Welcome to an unparalleled oasis of luxury nestled along the pristine shores of Lake Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This magnificent $2.5 million estate exudes timeless elegance and offers an extraordinary blend of sophistication, comfort, and breathtaking natural beauty. I'm Barbie Perry, your host, and this is The American Dream. While Tuscaloosa shines brightly with the legendary triumphs of the Crimson Tide claiming 18 national college football titles and the soul-stirring melodies of the $1 Million Band echoing through Bryant-Denny Stadium, this vibrant city unveils a treasure trove of opportunities for families seeking to embrace Southern living at its finest.
This home has 5 beds, 5 baths, and almost 7,500 square feet of beautiful architecture. There's attention to detail at every turn. Expansive living spaces adorned with covered ceilings and abundant natural light frame panoramic views of the serene lake and surrounding landscape. Outside, an expansive terrace awaits, complete with a pool and outdoor kitchen, providing an idyllic setting for relaxation, alfresco dining, and entertaining with a waterfront backdrop.
With its unparalleled blend of luxury, tranquility, and natural beauty, this $2.5 million estate on Lake Tuscaloosa offers a rare opportunity to experience the epitome of lakeside living at its finest. Welcome home to your own private paradise. Just a 15-minute drive from that stunning home, I find myself in downtown Tuscaloosa, a vibrant hub brimming with amazing restaurants, bars, and live music. How about we venture into one of the city's newest gems, hidden discreetly behind a Pepsi door with an unmistakable Miami vibe. Alright, so I'm here with my friend Chelsea Barton Kelly, who is a local influencer and a former TV personality. So her being from Tuscaloosa and myself, a Latina that came from Miami, share something in common.
Yes, we love unique speakeasies with delicious cocktails.
Yes, and that's why we're here at Cocktail Collection today. So Chelsea, I want to know, in what ways do you collaborate with local businesses?
A little bit of background, my following is from local news. I spent 12 years in the industry here. So when I left, I asked myself, what can I do with this hyper-local following that I built? I certainly didn't want it to go to waste. So I knew I wanted to do something that would give back to this community that's given me so much in my time here. So I decided to start influencing and partnering with local brands. And if I can bring somebody in the doors of a boutique, the doors of a restaurant, or into an experience here in Tuscaloosa because of my following, then that's a win for me.
Yes, and she does an amazing job. So thank you so much for being with me today.
Thanks for having me.
So I had to go and find the brains behind this amazing bar, Cocktail Collection. I'm here with AJ and Leo, who are the owners. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you.
All right, so we need to know what made you bring this amazing concept to Tuscaloosa, AJ.
Well, me and Leo, we're bar owners and restaurant owners and just business owners and entrepreneurs in general, and we're always looking for an opportunity. And Tuscaloosa is like growing, and it's so beautiful, and it just seemed like the perfect opportunity, honestly.
Yes, I mean, definitely. So what is a night like at Cocktail Collection?
Yeah, so imagine walking by, you might miss it, but what we did is we took an old Pepsi vending machine and we turned it into our door. So once you realize that's the door, once you open it, depending what time you visit us, you might have two different experiences. So during the early evening more so, we'll have board games and the music and vibes are still awesome, but it's a little more low key so you can talk and hang out. And then around 9:30, the lights change and it turns into like a Miami style nightclub. And then we have 12 cocktails that are original to this concept. So we do really cool inventive cocktails like the Mexican Pharmacy. It's a spin on a penicillin, which is a Scotch drink, but we take tequila and mezcal to get the same flavor, even though it has none of the same ingredients. And then we have other favorites, like your favorite, of course, the espresso.
The espresso martini is the best. That is definitely my favorite. So we invite everybody to come check it out because it's definitely the coolest concept in town. So thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you. Thanks.
And that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me today and allow me to give you a glimpse why this city holds a special place in so many hearts. I hope to see you next time on another episode of The American Dream. I'm your host, Barbie Perry, sending you off with a heartfelt adios amigos. And like we say in Tuscaloosa, roll tide!
Welcome to a special segment where we will be exploring the vibrant underground art scene here in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm Glenda Clardy Wagner, your host of Selling Huntsville on the American Dream Network. While the Times building is 12 stories tall, the original plans were for it to be the tallest building in Huntsville at 11 stories. And when the owner found out that the Hotel Russell Erskine was being built at 12 stories, he immediately commissioned an additional floor to be built as a penthouse suite. Unfortunately, it was too late for the elevator plans to be modified, so they added this Jetson-style tube to beam you up to the penthouse floor. Ashay, thank you so much for being with us today. I have been a big fan of yours since the last Underground Art Show. So will you please tell me a little bit about like your inspiration, how you came up with this idea, and what it goes to benefit?
Yes, absolutely. So we're here at the Curated Gallery. Right now we're in a basement, lower level of the Times building, here located at downtown Huntsville. What we want to do is get spaces that are very unconventional and transform them into fine art galleries. And so we just wanted to bring more awareness and education into how to approach art. Typically when you see art in a fine art gallery, sometimes you may not know how to approach it. And so our conversation with the work is, does the environment change the way we receive the work, or is the work itself enough for us to receive it?
I really think that I'm more comfortable walking around and looking at the art just from the couple of times that I've been. You know, not that art galleries aren't fabulous, but this is such a cool vibe. It allows you to be comfortable in the space and to really take in the art.
Thank you.
Which, will you tell me a little bit about this piece that
Yes.
is behind us that you've created?
Absolutely. So this piece behind us here is a piece that I wanted to create to pay homage to the late Ernie Barnes. What he did was he created a painting for Marvin Gaye's album. And this particular image is called the Sugar Shack.
Each color has a different mood to it, and there's a lot of color going on there. I love this piece. Thank you for sharing.
My idea is to allow you to see the work from a distance and allow it to still captivate you. So yes, thank you.
Derriere, thank you so much for meeting with us today. When I was walking through the gallery last night, I found this piece and I really fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the saying.
Thank you.
Would you share with us your inspiration behind it?
Yes, I will share my inspiration. So this here is Yahweh. On the painting written around the border, I have written, "Your existence settles beyond the galaxies and the universe." So it's a bit controversial, you know, to shake some things up. I know a lot of people think that when it comes to the universe has control over a lot of things, but I really want to question people about who created us. Was it the universe, or was it something that created the universe? So something has a beginning and something has an end. And I really want people to challenge themselves and to think beyond the universe.
This pieces that you see here are part of my Peru collection. I am from Peru, so a lot of my inspiration comes from my background, my culture. And that's why I use these vibrant colors. And I truly get a lot of positive feedback from people about the use of colors. This particular painting was inspired by the Rainbow Mountains in Peru.
Rainbow Mountains?
Yes, the Rainbow Mountains in Peru. And I think I really, truly enjoy creating vibrant colors and paintings that will bring joy to people.
Thank you so much for sharing with us today. Thank you for joining me on this immersive underground arts tour. We hope that you were inspired by the talent and creativity that thrives in the heart of downtown Huntsville. Until next time, I'm your host, Glenda Clardy Wagner, on Selling Huntsville, the American Dream Network.
I am 1,600 feet above sea level, the highest point in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm on Montesano State Park. Hi and welcome, friends. I'm Erin Holt, local real estate agent who connects real people to real stories to real estate. Come along with me on the American Dream Selling Huntsville. I'm going to show you why I love and live in this area. Montesano is a Spanish word meaning mountain of help. In the mid-1800s, visitors across America would come here looking for help and healing. Today, visitors come here to enjoy the great outside, the history, and the fresh mountain air. Let's head over further down the trail to one of the park's main attractions called the North Alabama Japanese Garden. This secret garden was founded in 1988 by Robert Black. Let's head over to the tea house now to meet up with Robert. Robert, this area of the park is absolutely enchanting. I can see that as soon as someone walks in here, they're instantly transformed into a place of serenity. What led you into developing this garden?
Back in the 80s, I sold a garden center. I was too selfish to get rid of a lot of them, so I had a lot of bonsai, and I like making bonsai. And my oldest daughter was reading a book called My Secret Garden, and she said, we need to go in the park and make you a secret garden where you can put all this, because it's like you're a hoarder, and I'm embarrassed to bring my plants over, my friends here, because of all the plants on the handrails and on the front porch and the back porch. I mentioned it to the ranger, who was a friend of mine then. He thought it was kind of a neat idea, so I built a little red bridge, and we started a little garden and some gravel and a bridge, and that's how it got started.
What year was this tea house built? Do you remember?
We finished it in '92, and that's when we had the first Japanese Spring Festival, and that was to show people that it was here. And the park at that point had said, I know it's your secret garden, but you have to find any parking lot we have here and make a trail to it.
So this garden is basically run by volunteers, donations. What all is involved?
We had some Eagle Scouts do Eagle Scout projects, like, build a sign, and then we've had some folks doing a community service. Some will come and work a few days, and some will come like once a month.
Robert, you've had a very special helper over the years that's been very actively involved in the Japanese garden here. Can you go ahead and introduce us to her?
This is Sakurako Kuba, and she was a visa student at UAH starting in about 2016, and they formed the Japanese Culture Club, which organized the Japanese Spring Festival and the Japanese Autumn Celebration.
How would someone find information about the Japanese gardens online?
Facebook ページで、見つけることができます。ぜひ北アルバムにお越しの際には、こちらへお立ち寄りください。
Robert, can you translate that for us?
Not completely, but If you like to make contributions or find us online, you can go Google North Alabama Japanese Garden or on Facebook, North Alabama Japanese Garden.
And thank you so much for both of you being here today. The garden is absolutely magical, and I just hope that this place just continues to evolve into the Japanese culture.
Thank you.
Thank you. Natural beauty and abundant recreational opportunities here at Montesano, it invites you to embark on unforgettable adventures here. Until next time, keep on exploring and keep on living your American dream.
Hey y'all, I am Jessica Buckmaster, your host of The American Dream. Just 15 miles from the big city lights of downtown Birmingham, you will find my favorite community, Oak Grove, Alabama. Over the last 20 years, you may have heard Oak Grove known as Tornado Alley. In 1998, as well as 2011, Oak Grove was hit not once, but twice by L5 tornadoes, leaving massive destruction, lives lost, and homes completely destroyed. Over my real estate career, I have had the absolute honor to help rebuild this community, play a role in its award-winning school system, meet wonderful families, as well as some of the most unique small businesses the state has to offer. Today, I will be taking you behind the scenes to one of my personal favorites, Bee Creek Homestead.
Hey, how's it
I'm
going?
Jessica.
Will, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Amanda.
Hey, and these two beautiful children, these are the owners here making everything happen at Bee Creek Homestead. So, how long have y'all been doing this?
We have been doing it about 4 years now.
Awesome. And how long have y'all lived in Oak Grove?
We have lived in Oak Grove about 6 years and raised our kids here.
Awesome. We love it here. All right, tell me, what inspired y'all to be beekeepers?
So her granddad, he's done it since he was about 15 years old. He passed away 4 years ago, and while we were dating, I picked his brain and ended up getting a lot of his stuff, and once he passed away, I kind of just blew up with it.
And all of these bees, my understanding, are here locally. They're not wild bees, correct?
Yes, ma'am. So I actually, instead of buying like packaged bees, I'll actually put out swarm traps this season. Just around Oak Grove area, I put out about 50 traps, and I catch them locally. That way they're resistant to different types of bacteria and viruses and pests and stuff. So it seems to do better than ordering packaged bees, say from like California or somewhere, and they get here and, you know, spread something else to the rest of my hives.
Awesome. Well, do y'all mind showing me how to harvest the honey?
Yes, ma'am. Sure would. Be glad to.
Let's go check it out. Here we are. So tell me, what's going on here?
Okay, so this is what you call a honey super.
Okay.
So you have the brood chamber, which is the big box on the bottom. That's where the queen lays all her eggs. She can lay about 2,000 eggs per day, and that keeps the colonies going. And then you put these smaller boxes up on top, and they're called honey supers. So rule of thumb is when you get about 8 out of the 10 frames full of honey, you add another box until you're ready to harvest, and we harvest once a year in July. So I harvested these earlier. So this is actually capped honey. As you can see, if it's not capped, it's not ready to be processed yet. So the rule of thumb is that a bee will actually put the honey inside the cells, and then we'll fan it with their wings and evaporate the moisture until it's at least 18% moisture or less. That way it won't ferment. And then they'll actually cap it off, and that way it'll last forever. So there's actually been honey found in the pyramids in Egypt that are still good today that you can actually eat, because it's one of the only foods that will not spoil. Once it's down to 18% moisture content or less, it will not ferment. So what we do is we take these frames and we take a heat knife and we'll uncap it, and then we'll do both sides. We'll put it in a honey slinger and we spin it down. It slings against the sides, and then we run it through a double filter frame, and then we put it into a food grade bucket and let it sit overnight, and then we bottle it the next day.
That's awesome. So do y'all sell this honey local?
Yes, ma'am. So we started out, just like I said, with a few hives as a hobby, and we found out real quick, honey, real natural honey is something that people really want and aspire to try to get their hands on. But yeah, you can reach us on our Facebook page or call mine or my wife Amanda's number, and be more than glad to ship you a bottle.
Well, thank you so much for having me today. I am looking forward to trying some myself.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. I hope y'all have had as much fun as I have at Bee Creek Homestead. Now let's head out to a nearby featured listing. Today's featured listing is in the sought-after Oak Grove School District. Situated on 25 acres, a 3.5 acre, stocked pond, cross-fenced for cattle and horse, or any other livestock, is this 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,500 square foot home and all of its beautiful surroundings for the low price of less than $500,000. Let's go check a look. I hope you have enjoyed this sweet little town as much as I do. And until next time, I'm your host, Jessica Buckmaster.
Hey y'all, welcome to American Dream TV. We're your hosts, Amanda Olive.
And I'm her husband, Russell Olive.
And today we're on the beautiful Lake Tuscaloosa at the Captain's Club.
The Captain's Club is Tuscaloosa's newest public marina. They've got lots of new attractions that are very unique to the area, and we're really excited to show these to you today. Y'all come along with us as we take a look.
Let's go check it out. We know a lot of people know Tuscaloosa, Alabama for our football team, but we definitely have a lot more to offer than just football, right?
Oh, of course. We've got the amazing Lake Tuscaloosa behind us here. What an amazing view. You can come out here, you can boat, you can ski, you can fish. Right now we're actually on the dock of the Captain's Club. You can do boat rentals here, you can store your boat. We've got the marketplace, and we've also got a really unique cabin that can be reserved for events and different things like that.
Yeah, I'm excited to go check it out. Let's go. Hey guys, we're so happy to be here today with Mr. Andy Turner, who's actually the developer of the Captain's Club. And we're hoping that you can tell us a little bit more about what is the vision for the Captain's Club.
Sure. Well, thanks for having us on today. This marina has actually been here since 1981 and had kind of gotten run down. And we had a vision to create a destination place on Lake Tuscaloosa because currently there was not a place where you could go on the lake. So that started the vision for the Captain's Club. We've got lots of components, but this is the start of it. We just had our grand opening last Friday to open up our market and all of our new docks here at the Captain's Club.
Okay, Andy, if you will, take us and show us around the property and tell us a little bit more about what attractions there are to offer here.
Sounds great. Well, let's head up to the market.
Okay, great. All right, guys, we're here in the Captain's Club Market that was just opened last week, and we're so excited about it. Will you tell us a little bit more?
Sure. So this is now the only place on Lake Tuscaloosa where you can come down and get provisions off the lake, but we also serve our local neighborhood. We did a couple of unique things with our wine selection that we're sitting here in front of. I've been to most of these wineries. There's a story behind all of them. We only are selling California wines, so we've got the best California wine selection in Tuscaloosa, but we've also got a lot of fun stuff. Shirts, t-shirts, a lot of great food that you can buy to grab and go on the boat. We have prime U.S. steaks, so quite a great selection for a day on the lake.
Okay, Andy, I see there's a lot of boats out here. Are these private boats or can these be rented? Can you tell us anything about them?
Sure, so we've got kind of 3 different options really here. You can rent one of our boats that we have. We also have a boat club where you can become a member and have unlimited access to our fleet of boats. And if you have your own boat, we've got slips that you can rent to keep your boat in. So we've got a mix of all 3.
Well, that sounds amazing. I say we take a few minutes and take it out for a spin.
All right, sounds good.
Andy has been kind enough to bring us out on his personal boat today. Andy, tell us a little bit more about the boat club and what people can expect to experience.
Sure. So we've got 3 boats currently in our boat club. This is one of those boats. It's a brand new Cobalt R4 surf boat, so you get the best of both worlds of kind of having a boat to cruise on, but also that the kids can surf behind, wakeboard. So Lots of fun activities that you can do with this boat. We've also got a double-decker fun ship with a slide on it, just a standard tri-tune for tubing and all the fun activities that families like to do.
Okay, Andy, on the way here, I noticed the captain's cabin. I know you told me a little bit about it, but the realtor in me wants us to go see it. Can we go check it out?
Absolutely. Let's go check it out.
Great.
So you brought us on a short little walk up here to the captain's cabin. This is an event space that can be rented for different things like weddings and such. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. This was the original North River Yacht Club where Jack had his friends for social events. So we restored it, redone the interior of it. We've got people booking it for small weddings because you're overlooking the beautiful Lake Tuscaloosa, but also companies using it for small retreats, small meetings. So it's just a great small event space. And then over to my left is where we'll be adding the restaurant next summer.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see inside.
All right, let's go.
Well, Andy, thank you so much for giving us the grand tour of the Captain's Club, the Captain's Cabin. Today has been wonderful, especially the boat ride. Yeah, we just can't thank you enough for telling us all about it, and we can't wait for summertime to come out here and take advantage of it all.
It really is a beautiful project. I know you're proud of it, and you should be. It's very nice, and we sure do appreciate you having us out.
Well, thank you, and thanks for having us on today. And, you know, everybody, come on out and visit us.
Yes, we will. Thank you. Thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode of The American Dream. We were your hosts, Amanda and Russell Olive, and we hope to see you all this summer on the lake.
And roll tide.
Yeah, roll tide.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.